Federal government secures African Development Bank funding to expand agro-industrial processing zones.
By 2050, we'll surpass the United States, will be the third most populous nation on earth. So that goes to show the potentials of the Nigerian nation.
Nigeria and global partners announce historic price reduction for HIV prevention drug. Train services along Abuja-Kaduna corridor resumes Wednesday, 1st October 2025. Hello and many thanks for joining us on the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We are broadcasting live from Abuja. I am Chinenye Nwoye. Federal government has secured enhanced funding commitment from the African Development Bank to operationalize the second phase of the special agro-industrial processing zones. Vice President Kashim Shettima made the request in New York during a bilateral meeting with AFDB's President, Dr. Sidi Ould Tah, on the sidelines of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
The Special Agro-Processing Zone Phase 2 expected to scale up climate-resilient infrastructure and inclusive agro-industrial growth across an additional 24 states, expanding from initial 8 states and the FCT, aimed at diversifying Nigeria's mono-product economy to value-added agricultural exports.
The bank's support for innovation-driven enterprises.
Justifying the country's request, Vice President Kashim Shettima said Nigeria is the largest shareholder in Africa Development Bank, and its portfolio hovers in the neighborhood of $10 billion.
Our dream is to make tomorrow much better than today for our youth. We have no business being in business. The government has no business being in business. Our duty is to create the enabling environment, the infrastructure. The duty of the private sector is to provide the capital, the innovations, and the market linkages. And our youth, who constitute the bulk of our population. It might interest you, Your Excellency, to know that the average age of the Nigerian nation is 16.9. And by 2050, we'll surpass the United States, will be the third most populous nation on earth. So that goes to show the potentials of the Nigerian nation and the need for us to really act very fast.
We need to work with, I am planning to have a series of consultation with banks and the DFIs and guarantee funds to make sure that we will work as a coherent system of financial institution contributing together to delivering on the mandate of the African Development Bank.
AFDB's president assured that under his leadership, the bank will spare no effort to provide Nigeria with the support it deserves in terms of developing its human capital. Earlier, Vice President Kashim Shettima held a bilateral meeting with the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Terence Drew, where they recommitted to strengthening economic and cultural ties.
Going forward, we should have a robust engagement and understanding. We should stand by each other. We should stand for one another. We should stand on each other's interests.
We think that this kind of communication and easy access to both countries can actually help significantly with the movement of people, which we already have, and can help to further trade between the countries.
He further recalled that President Tinubu was in St. Lucia earlier in the year as part of his broader package of reaching out to Caribbean Africans in the diaspora. The Prime Minister decried the low level of trade and contact between Caribbean countries and Africa, expressed the country's readiness to work closely with Nigeria to boost trade on the African continent. From New York, Abdurrahman Jibrila, NTA News.
National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, has joined global leaders on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Assembly in New York to announce a historic price reduction for a revolutionary HIV prevention drug, lenacapavir. The landmark agreement, unveiled at the Clinton Global Initiative 2025 annual meeting, reduces the cost of the twice-yearly HIV prevention injection from $28,000 to $40 per person per year. Delivering Nigeria's statement at the event, the Director General of NACA, Dr. Temitope Ilori, observed the development will make the medicine accessible to millions across Nigeria and more than 100 low and middle income countries.
Today marks a milestone in our fight against HIV globally. Through this landmark access agreement, we are unlocking affordable access to lenacapavir, a transformational new HIV prevention option that offers longer protection, greater convenience, and renewed hope to millions at risk.
The announcement underscores the hunger in shaping global health solutions and reaffirming its determination to expand access to prevention, strengthen health systems, and accelerate progress towards ending HIV as a public health threat by 2030.
It is determined to expand access to effective prevention and to strengthen our health systems to accelerate progress towards ending HIV as a public health threat. We are going to do this by leveraging on strong and innovative public and private sector partnership.
Lenacapavir has been shown to be up to 100% effective in preventing new HIV infections. 28 September every year is being celebrated as World Rabies Day to raise awareness about rabies prevention and control. The theme for this year's celebration, Act Now, You, Me, Community, emphasizes the importance of collective action in eliminating this deadly disease. Rabies is a deadly disease that claims thousands of lives worldwide each year, with most cases occurring in Africa. And that is why the Nigerian government, through the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development, has declared an all-out war on rabies and pledged to eliminate the disease by 2030.
Delaying means more lives lost, lives of our children, farmers, friends, colleagues, and loved ones. The theme, Act Now. The theme urges us, act now. Let us commit to vaccinating every dog, educating every household member, and supporting every victim. Government alone cannot win this battle. It requires you, 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 and you.
Autism remains widely misunderstood, leaving many families to cope in silence. A new summit is challenging that, putting inclusion and hope at the center. Victor Azu reports.
For Happy Rubere, raising an autistic child is both a joy and a struggle. What hurts most, he says, is not the condition itself, but the way society responds.
I've taken my child around a couple of times, and it's really sad that there's no one to report to when your child is not being treated fairly. It's really difficult to get people to accept that your child is different. Everyone feels that it needs to be fixed.
For families like the Ruberes, acceptance would mean hope. Campaigners say progress will only be real when children like his are part of everyday life.
People run away from them. So people say, I'm going to contract this disease. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want my child to talk to this particular child because it's this, is that. So how do we continue to make parents feel comfortable that it is not a, communicable disease?
Progress for me would see a lot of healthcare being subsidized and, create funding for parents, for families that have kids on the spectrum. Progress for me would be seeing the end of stigma.
The summit, themed Beyond the Label, featured breakout sessions on education, healthcare and advocacy, plus an exhibition and auction of artworks by autistic children. A reminder that inclusion begins when society sees talent before diagnosis. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
The Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, has announced the resumption of train services along the Abuja-Kaduna corridor this week. A statement signed by Callistus Unyimadu, the NRC's Chief Public Relations Officer, indicates that train services will resume on Wednesday, 1st October 2025, following the completion of repairs and safety checks on the affected section of the track at Asham Station. The NRC assures that it prioritizes passengers' safety and comfort and regrets the inconvenience caused by the suspension of train services due to the derailment incident. The statement further says that the NRC has refunded ticket fees to 512 out of 583 passengers who were on board the affected train on August 26, 2025. National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers wants the federal government to urgently intervene in the dispute between Dangote Group and staff of its refinery. The union, which has directed its members to down tools effective this Sunday, 28 September, over the alleged sacking of about 800 staff of the company, following disagreement on operations of the workers' union and the replacement with 2,000 Indian workers, says the action is against the Nigerian labor law and International Labour Organization's convention. This decision was reached after Pengassin emergency NEC meeting held on Saturday, 27th of September. This is the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. There will be more reports when we return. This day.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blend in performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
Many thanks for staying on. There is the need for Nigerians to support the leadership of the country, as this is said to be a panacea for national growth and development. This was the prompt behind Shuaibu Ishaq's 72-hour writing marathon, said to be organized in honor of President Bola Tinubu. Oyemi Ajayi reports that the book, titled The Last Card, Why It Must Be Tinubu Again, is said to be the writer's contribution towards national consciousness, to challenge citizens to reflect on their civic duties, as well as inspire to stand firmer as a nation.
By a common man, conceived to honor President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, a leader who, in the face of immense pressure, has chosen the harder but nobler path, the path of reforms, of nation building, of putting Nigeria's tomorrow above political convenience today. Such leadership deserves not only acknowledgement, but documentation for posterity.
The book, after publication, will be presented to President Bola Tinubu on Independence Day as the author's contribution to national growth. The 5-day Senegal exchange visit to Nigeria on nutrition-responsive budgeting experience has ended with a consensus by both countries to continue to improve nutrition policy framework tagging, methodology, system integration, and monitoring tools. Ibrahim Bello Gunda reports that the technical session and visits to institutions provided a practical experience to the Senegalese delegation.
The visit reflects shared commitment to advancing nutrition financing by both countries, with first-hand experience of socio-cultural perspective to Nigeria's nutritional journey, with contributions from communities through traditional leaders. Declaring the exchange visit closed, Acting Permanent Secretary, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, said Nigeria and Senegal are shaping a regional model of nutrition intervention based on the principles of transparency, accountability, and impact.
Your coming has helped us also to see the areas where we can become better, and we expect that by the time we are coming to Senegal, we'll see that you have advanced forward very well.
Other speakers and the head of Senegalese delegation, Mamadou Niang, described their experience as privileged, especially the knowledge gained on budget tagging, tracking, transparency, and efficiency.
This kind of exchange program is one thing that, as a coordination ministry, we ought to be doing.
Over the last 6 years, a maternal and child nutrition package, so for mothers, for adolescent girls, pregnant women, and children, young children, have been delivered to their household.
We've been supporting the government of Nigeria to facilitate nutrition programs. One of the biggest ones here we have is the support we're giving to the World Bank on UNRWA.
There was an exchange of gifts and presentation of certificates to the participants. Meanwhile, the advisory group review of national policy on food nutrition is meeting in Abuja to draft a new framework that will replace the current national policy on food and nutrition wrapping up this year.
New revised policy ensure that it's more inclusive and more resilient, and it's evidence-based and more flexible for implementation.
The meeting had civil society organizations, technical working group, academia and partners in attendance. In Abuja, Ibrahim Bello Gunda, NTA News.
To bridge the gap between theory and practice, as well as equipping students with the needed skills in research, Department of Mass Communication, Nasarawa State University, KEFI, has engaged postgraduate students on a 2-day research workshop. Blessing Danfulani reports.
The workshop is aimed at strengthening research capacities of postgraduate students and equip them with the skills to excel in a fast-evolving world of communication and media studies. Facilitators at the event, mostly whom are media experts from within and outside Nasarawa State University, say exposing students with trends and media and research tools is key.
Given what is happening today globally, there are new trends in research, there are new innovations. So given that reason, we deem it fit to organize the workshop.
Taking them through the practical aspect, bringing experts who use tools to demonstrate what they should know.
Nasarawa State University is primed with their vision of ensuring that the postgraduate students align with global practice.
We discovered that for our postgraduate students to actually, measure up in terms of high standards in research, we need to really engage them.
Participants describe the 2-day engagement as impactful.
We know how we can navigate and use those tools. So we've learned a lot.
I have learned a lot pertaining research.
We have been able to learn the basic techniques.
The facilitators actually made very impactful.
Theme of the workshop is Igniting Research Excellence, New Trends and Frontiers in Communication and Media Studies. Blessing Danfulani, NTA News.
You're still on to the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Let's take another look at our major stories. Federal government secures African Development Bank funding to expand agro-industrial processing zones.
By 2050, we'll surpass the United States, will be the 10th most populous nation on earth. So that goes to show the potential of the Nigerian nation.
Nigeria and global partners announce historic price reduction for HIV prevention drug. Train services along Abuja-Kaduna corridor resumes Wednesday, 1st October 2025. Limi Hospital, in partnership with stakeholders, is combating hypertension through a monthly health walk in Abuja, promoting regular medical checks and physical activity as key strategies for early detection and management. Thomas Obwetere tells us more.
Limi Hospital monthly health walk begins with free medical screening, followed by a guided exercise section that attracts participants of all ages. The initiative aims to raise awareness about hypertension and promote preventive care as a vital strategy against lifestyle-related diseases.
Now, Nigeria is shifting from the malaria typhoid days to hypertension, heart disease, and a lot of people are dying. What Limi Hospital and Cardio Care has come out to do is to stimulate people to walk, to take care of themselves, and to reduce the scourge of sudden death.
I don't think I can go 2 days now without working out. So that's a big win for me.
And we're partnered with Limi Children's Hospital actually for the welfare and care of our champions.
Exercises keeps your body firm, it keeps your blood pressure. It helps the hearts. It helps you to keep in shape, and it also helps the flow of the blood.
With growing interest from health-conscious individuals and support from local communities, the health walk continues to gain momentum. It aligns with national public health efforts to reduce the prevalence of non-communicable diseases across the country.
So this health walk would actually promote some level of physical activity that would help our bodies to keep fit.
It's not the moment that, you're working and before you know, boom, the person have collapsed or something. You are fit and you always know how to check your system, your body system, and be fit at all times.
There are some things that you need to burn out, excess fat and all that. You just need to keep fit.
Exercise is one of the things I love to do for fun. It's one of my fun activities, so it makes me happy.
The health walk, which is held on a monthly basis, continues to attract growing participation from residents and health-conscious individuals. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
As Nigeria joins the international community in commemorating World Tourism Day, the group, AfroCulture, has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration for its significant steps towards revitalizing Nigeria's tourism sector. The group's Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Chuks Akammadu, in a statement, highlighted the creation of the new Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy as a foresighted move that underscores the government's recognition of tourism as a vital pathway to sustainable economic development. The statement noted that for too long, Nigeria had kept the tourism sector on the fringes of the national economy, failing to leverage its potential as a major revenue source and tool for economic diversification. AfroCulture emphasized the vital role of tourism in generating investment, foreign exchange, and employment, stating that Nigeria cannot afford to miss out on a share of the global tourism revenue, estimated at $11 trillion. The group therefore called on the tourism industry leaders to brace for the challenges ahead and work collaboratively to optimize the new policy. And that concludes the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Ngui.